Not to get all power of now on you, but now is the only moment that actually exists. The past is gone forever. The future doesn't exist yet. The only way to beat time is to create something in this moment that's immortal. And that is why we write songs. My name is Trey Xavier, and today I'm gonna save you from falling into a trap that makes you feel like you're being very productive, but in actuality, all it's doing is destroying your creativity and wasting your time. I'm going to use this very video as an example. As you can see, I am shooting this in a place that is not my usual spot. This is my brand new dedicated streaming and particular type of content room, right? I'm doing like sort of talking head videos and stuff in here, and it's not ready yet. I'm gonna be painting the walls soon. The room is completely untreated and it sounds like a cave, and I hate it. And I don't wanna do this way, but I have a message that needs to reach you. Production value be damned. Because if I wait for it to be perfect, I'm never gonna do anything. I'm gonna be chasing the dragon instead of publishing videos. And this is doubly true for songwriting and music creation. I call this endless optimization syndrome, and it's basically like your typical executive dysfunction, but the reason that you're never finishing anything is because you never finish preparing to do the thing. You are constantly stuck in the preparation portion of the creative process. Here's a great example. I want to redo this whole video, everything I've shot so far, because my air conditioner remote is in the shot. And you know what? I'm not going to, okay? I'm just gonna keep going. I could pick apart everything that I don't like about this video already, and I haven't even watched it yet. None of that really matters. You probably didn't notice any of the things that I'm complaining about. You probably think this is like a pretty good looking video and you're having a great time watching it. Rather than perpetually optimizing every little tiny bit of this video, I chose to decide that it was done and just hit record. What I did was impose some hard artificial limitations to eliminate this endless optimization problem. It might seem kind of counterintuitive, but limitations are actually what creativity is all about. You can't be creative without some kind of limitations. And if you're always waiting for the perfect environment, the perfect setup, the perfect set of circumstances to create, you're doing it wrong. I found that this is especially true of songwriting and music creation because there's no reason not to start capturing at any given moment with whatever you've got. You don't have to wait until you're at Capitol Records Studios to start being creative. And in fact, if you've waited that long, you screwed up real bad. You need to be capturing your inspiration all the time and not waiting to get the perfect setup, the perfect recording rig, the right guitar, every single piece of gear that you need. You need to just start. You just need to go. Embrace the limitations of your surroundings and stop fighting with them. What I'm doing right now is recording a final video. This is the final product that's gonna go out to the world. So this is kind of a bad example, but when you're writing a song, it doesn't matter if you scribbled some lyrics down on a napkin with a couple of chord symbols. You can still use that to get to the next step. When it goes through all the other steps of developing the idea, demoing it out, everything, until you finally get to the final recording, you're gonna be very glad that you got this real lo-fi capture of the idea in real time with whatever you had around. Tools can actually very easily become a burden, and I know this better than most, okay? I have enough gear to bury myself in an avalanche. It might seem like a really enviable position to be in, but it actually creates a huge option paralysis problem, and then I'll also spend more time learning to use stuff and messing around with it than actually writing songs and playing. I actually think that gear acquisition might be the most common form of optimization sinkhole that I see people falling into. It's very important to have good gear, but not that important. I should probably take at least some responsibility, but I have also fallen prey to it many, many times myself. It's this thinking that like you just need one more thing until you can start, you just need one more plugin or a pedal. Meanwhile, the people around me are just making amazing things with what they've already got. Think about what you have to work with right now, and then think about what artists had access to 100 years ago, 50 years ago, even like 20 years ago. You have 10 times that power in your pocket right now. And you don't even need any of that to start writing a song. If you have an instrument and a pen and paper, you can start right now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with acquiring more gear. It's all good as long as you actually start. For final production, for the actual recording process of the thing that you write, sure, you're gonna need proper gear of some kind, but that's not important at this part of the process. You're always going to be trying to improve the production value of your songs and demos, but songwriting is about capturing the idea, the inspiration in the moment in any rough format, and then developing, organizing, and arranging them into the final song that it will actually become. Another form of endless optimization syndrome is waiting for bandmates to start writing, waiting for the right people to come along before you actually start writing music. I want you to try to imagine it from your prospective bandmate's point of view. Pretend that you're the person who wants to join a band. Which band are you gonna join? One where the dude is promising it's gonna be so super sick, we're gonna write all these awesome songs. Or the one where he's like, hey, check out all these 6 songs that I'm writing. Here, you can listen to them in a rough format. If you write it, they will come. Write great songs and you will attract worthwhile bandmates. This doesn't mean don't optimize. You can and should always reach for better, but you need to be very wary of the point at which it starts to get in the way of actually creating. My cure for endless optimization syndrome has been to just simplify, simplify, simplify. This is as minimalist of a setup as I could make to work with, and it's working. I made this video, I did it, I put this spot together. It's not done yet, but it doesn't matter. I just started and I did it, and now I'm going. And that's how you need to be thinking about songwriting. You need to just start with what you have. You can keep optimizing later, but right now, just go. Just go. Cutting down on the clutter, eliminating options and setup time, and imposing limitations on myself has actually made me more creative and productive. If you're still having a hard time getting started, like maybe you have a ton of ideas, but you don't know what to do with them to turn them into a song, I have a completely free course for you called the 7-Day Riff to Song Challenge, where I'm gonna help you turn one riff into one song in 1 week. You can sign up for that at the link in the description, and watch this video right here for more about how you can stop being a riff hoarder and start becoming a prolific songwriter. And I'll see you real soon.